Hey y'all, welcome to Daydream Manor Flower Farm. I'm Dawn, I live in South Louisiana, and today's video, we're going on a field trip. Hey y'all, welcome in to my little oasis right here in the boutique. I didn't think I would finally get here to make this video, and it's super early in the morning because I have to work today. So I am here and I want to do a little video on what I'm doing here at the boutique just to show you another revenue stream that I have for the farm. So let's get started. All right, I'm going to give you a little bit of context on how I got to this space, literally. But I want to take you around the boutique first. I'm going to switch over to my my cell phone so I can move. This camera's just a little bit too heavy to carry on the tripod. So give me a second and let me get switched over. All right, here's a view from the parking lot door. So there's two ways to come in. That up front that you see passing, we'll go up there in just a second, is where is Main Street, and then we have a big parking lot back here. So this building is about 4,000 square foot, maybe even a little bit larger than that, but I think I remember hearing 4,000 square foot. So I'm trying to hold this as steady as I can. Y'all, I hate filming on my cell phone, but it's where I am today. All right, so there's about 40 vendors in here, sell a little bit of everything. And it is one of the, I think it is the largest boutique here in town. And y'all, lots of foot traffic. So this actually was a karate studio for many, many years. As you can see, we're right across from City Hall. And right around that corner is where they hold the farmers market on Saturday mornings. So we're in a really good location. If you know anything about real estate, the one thing you cannot change about a building, a home, or anything is the location. And so this is like an amazing space because we are right here on Main Street. And y'all remember, this town is small, about 17,000 people. So we're not talking like a metropolis, but we get a lot of foot traffic here. So I want to show y'all something. So this is where I started, on these two nested tables. This table was pulled out, and right here in front of the window, which in theory is really good, but I'm going to tell you what happened. And so by the time I moved from here, I actually had two, in place of these stands right here, I had two gold shelves because I was just out of space. All right, so I'm going to turn it this way so I can talk to you a little bit more. Anyway, so this space, y'all, I was just getting like full. Every month I was trying to do something different when I didn't have flowers. So I was bringing in succulents and air plants. I brought in my t-shirts and garden tote bags and things like that. Here's what was happening. And in the summer was when it really came to a head. So I was bringing in some flowers and succulents, and on Sundays is when I come in and like do my maintenance on my table before we open. We don't open till like noon on Sundays, so I come early so that I can get that done. And I had come that Sunday morning. No, yes, I'm lying. Sorry. Came that Saturday morning because that Sunday I was going to be working on the farm. I came early that Saturday morning. I watered everything. I put my fresh flowers out. I had them in my buckets. Everything was great. Sunday morning, I got a call, and I will tell you, the ladies here all look out for me. One of the ladies sent me a text, and she said, "Dawn, your flowers look awful." And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" And she said, "They look terrible." And she said, there's no water, and your plants are looking bad. She said, "I'm watering things right now." So I came up here, and sure enough, my bucket of water was empty that I had just filled up. Well, what was happening, because that sun was beating into those windows, that water was evaporating faster than I could keep it full, because I can't be here every day. And I don't want to ask people to do that every day. That's not their job. It's my job as the vendor to take care of my stuff. So with that being said, I was like, okay, we got to figure out something else. So I ended up having to come in and start watering like twice a day. I moved my flowers right here on this low table. The owner let me do that, which was super gracious of her when I brought them in. But what was happening was people are used to going, when they find you in a boutique, that's where they go. And if they're coming in specifically to shop your area, they're not looking at anything else first. They're going to go hit your space. And when they weren't seeing my flowers there, they were like, oh, she must not have any, whatever. And so it was just getting harder and harder marketing wise. All right, let me go back in my booth and we're going to finish the conversation there. All right, so I'm back in the booth. All right, so I was making a decision. I'd been here a year in October, and I went back, looked at all my sales to see what sold well, my slow months, and then I kept looking at my space, and I'm like, okay, I need to flip things around because I cannot rely on just bringing flowers and plants in because of the situation, right? So I went and I was looking for a wholesaler, and I had the idea that I wanted to be the outdoor person. So the person who brings in garden flags and doormats and bird baths and all of that thing. So I talked to the owner, and she was like, yes, let's do it. So in December, at the end of December, I made an order, and I'm like, ugh, how am I going to do this? Because I will tell you, I was going back and forth because I was kind of at that crossroads. I was trying to decide if I was going to stay for another year or if I was going to pack it in. And I'm saying that because in that space, I was maxed out. I was like, okay, I want to sell more items that are more year round versus just seasonal, but I don't have the space to do it. So am I just going to pack it in and let it go? Or am I going to see, can I get on a list for a space, a bigger space? So I talked to a friend of mine who was a vendor, who's been a vendor in businesses, and she was like, I think you just got to go for it. She said, what are you really going to be out? And so I went and crunched some numbers, and I'm like, all right, it's going to be a calculated risk. So I was in here right after Christmas, and I didn't have anything on my table. Yeah, all I had left was some amaryllis bulbs, a few Christmas cactuses. I mean, it was just sparse. It was not good. It was like I kept moving stuff to make it look full, but I had made the decision to go ahead and order some more stuff from a wholesale company so that I could do some year-round stuff. So I was just going to figure it out on my table. And the owner came in and I said, hey, if you get a bigger space come available, I want you to consider me. And she was like, what? Okay. And so, which I will say, she's been super supportive in that area. And I was like, yeah, I think I want to expand. This is what I'm ordered, and I'm going to try to bring it in. And I'm just going to figure it out. So she was like, okay. Well, lo and behold, like 2 or 3 days later, y'all, this moved so quickly. I get a call. I had just pulled up at home. I was sitting in my car, and she was like, well, she texted me, and she said, hey, call me when you get a chance. So I called her before I got out of the car, and she was like, there's a space available. I'm like, what? She said, yeah, I have some vendors moving around. She said, do you want the space? And I was like, okay, well, how much is it? And then I said, yes. So the agreement in most boutiques, and so if you are interested in working in a boutique, putting items in a boutique, you need to ask some questions like your monthly rent. Does the owner take a percentage? Who pays the taxes? Do you have to work a day? So here, I do pay a monthly rental fee. She does take a very small percentage, and I do have to work at least one day. And so if I can't work that one day, I have to pay somebody to work for me. Now, I have been able to work all my days because I try to work a Sunday, because y'all know Monday through Friday, that is my full-time farm job. That is my priority. Saturdays is usually my farm day. Sunday, once a month, I come here. And I have had to pay somebody to work for me before just because I was out of town. For travel, I have paid someone, I think once or twice, not a lot. And I do enjoy working on my day because I get to promote my space when I'm here. You are your best salesperson. So I jumped on this space. I had not gotten anything in. So for the first week or so, I had like 5 things in here. It was just, there was just nothing because I was waiting for my shipment to come in, and finally I started getting my shipments in, and I've been able to build up. So I'm going to show you around what I am selling here. I will also tell you this has inspired me. If you have been on my website, you know I have the Manor Mercantile. I've had that for like, I don't know, 3 years, where I sell my hand-poured concrete stuff. So like my root labs, my valet trays, that was an outlet for me. And I kind of stopped doing it just because, I don't know, it was just something else, right? And this has inspired me to revamp that space, pull it off of my daydreammanor.com website, and do it differently. I do have somebody who is coming in to help me with that, who will manage the new Facebook group I've created for it. I am rebranding it to the Mercantile at the Manor. I am moving that piece of my website. I'm getting it off of my farm website. I'm moving it to a Shopify website. So a lot of things, and then I'm going to build from there to do more of the online sales. So all of that to say, a lot's going on. But y'all, I'm so proud of this little space. It is a 13 by 7. And y'all, you can see it holds a lot. So I'm going to get my other phone again. We're going to switch around. Well, let me see if I can do it here. Hold, please. All right. Moving that fit camera just didn't work. So I am back on my cell phone. Now, I'm trying not to make y'all dizzy. But I have brought in, like, these are garden flags. These are those switch mats. Y'all, I absolutely love these. And they are starting to sell. I need to restock those. They go in here. You buy this big mat and then the inserts. And so I'm going to carry those year round. Y'all, it's Mardi Gras season here. So I've got the Mardi Gras stuff. Look at these birdhouses. Y'all, they are gorgeous. So I also have the acrylics, and then you'll see the plants. I have plants sprinkled in around here that I am bringing in. My wind chimes. I'm excited about these books. These are just precious. These are my plant buddies that I make. They're beaded and they go into the plant. I'm super excited about those. So I'm creating all of the space, like these are puzzles. Getting that cozy atmosphere. This is a rain chain. I brought in big birds of paradise, some more books. Y'all, these Hoya carries, they are actually selling pretty well right now. I am going to do a subscription specifically for the boutique where they'll pick up here at the boutique on Sundays. My root labs, I got to go pour some more. So, I mean, I have everything, a little bit of everything. Some rain gauges, totes, more plants. Look at these. That is a bird feeder. I have plant misters. I even got these little cute umbrellas. I have brought in my shirts. I decided I'm going to do my simmer pots year round. They sell really well during Christmas. So I am going to do, I rebranded those to the Manor Season Blends. I'm going to do some every a special blend every season. So these are also so cool. I found these online, Tea and More. So these are hot teas and cold and iced tea. So I loved, I don't know, when I saw it and she was another woman-owned small business, I was like, nope, I want those. My valet trays. Y'all, it's just, it has been, it's been a labor of love. And so well, let me step out of here because I put up my sign and I put this balloon spinner up so you could see it. This is actually for the porch. I did that so that people could see when they come into the boutique. But yeah, this is the space. I am now going to head to the grocery store real quick, and then I've got to get home and start my day. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for sharing with me some time with me so I could show you around the boutique. And just thank you for all your support. So, with that being said, we'll chat again soon. See ya.